If you want to know why you're not at 100K a month yet, this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly why most people never hit 100K a month and what blocks them at each step of the way. I've helped so many people blow past the 100K a month mark. I did it my first 7 months after starting my coaching business. And so I've seen this time and time again, and I'm going to share with you universal principles to help you do that as well. So if you look at your business like a funnel, we've got 3 sections. We've got the top of your funnel, the middle of your funnel, and the bottom of your funnel. The top of your funnel, this is your traffic source. This means basically eyeballs. Most people, this is their main bottleneck, and this is why I teach people how to run ads, because most people are doing organic. They're stuck in the organic grind. It absolutely sucks, and it's such a pain in the ass, because especially if you're a great coach, you actually love what you're doing, and you want to help people make a big impact, you can't do that if you're stuck sending cold DMs or making content where like 1 in 1,000 people end up going viral and then making 100K a month organically. Less than that. It's like probably 1 in fucking 10,000 or whatever. Either way, you need traffic. And then you have to warm up and nurture the leads. So, middle of funnel. What this does is it basically nurtures. It gets them to know you and like you and trust you. Then from there, sales, right? And then from there, dollar signs. Most people have a block somewhere throughout this funnel. So I'm going to show you exactly what the most common blocks are so you can avoid them. And if you think about Alex Hormozi's theory of constraints, where your business grows to the extent of your biggest constraint, if you just work to alleviate and just take away all of the constraints in your business, it's inevitable that you're going to grow and scale. So number 1, traffic. The best way to do that is with ads. So if you can spend money on ads to get traffic and get new eyeballs to come to you every single day, so then you're not forcing yourself to go out there and forcing people to listen to you and pay attention to you and ignore all your DMs. You're getting people who listen to an ad, or they see an ad, they listen to the message that you have in the ad, it resonates with them deep to their core if you write it well, and then they want to come to you because they want to learn more about how to fix it. And so you got to start running ads if you're not already. The best way to do this, like to get started, is by spending like $30 a day on super simple Instagram follower ads and getting followers that are qualified coming inbound to you every single day. Then from there, we got to warm them up, right? So we got to nurture them. And I'm actually gonna switch. As you might be able to see this, but I got a very fancy desk here. Just moved into a new office like a few days ago. And it's an Amazon box where I'm resting my markers on. So you can tell here at Summit Acquisition, we're big on quality and production quality. But none of that shit matters. Run ads. Then from there, you need to book sales calls. However, the reason why most people don't run or can't book sales calls is even if they have a lot of traffic, and I see this all of the time with like organic leads, when people that go viral and you just get like tons of leads, is they don't have a good way to nurture because all their content is just super surface level trying to get traffic, but it doesn't actually provide value and get people to want to work with you. So what you got to do is, in order to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, you have to build a video sales letter and then build content in your middle of the funnel that warms up and nurtures and adds value. Now, for a B2B offer where you're working with other business owners, usually those people are more sophisticated, which means value and like educational content is the best thing to do here. It might not go viral, but if you're running ads and you're getting qualified people come in because you wrote your ads properly, then your content should only serve the purpose of nurturing and warming them up to try and get somebody from the top of the funnel to the middle of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, to your bank account. Simple as that. But most people make content and the content that they make is unintentional. There's no reason behind it. They just record shit just to post online and that's it. But it doesn't actually serve the purpose that you're trying to optimize for, which is clients in the program, so you can help people get better results and then dump that back in your marketing and you create this this fulfillment loop, right? So if you nail that, build a video sales letter. Many ones are doing really, really well right now. Because if you think about it too, like a lot of people are busy. Not many people have the time to sit down and watch like a 60-minute video sales letter. And especially if you're like booking calls and stuff like that. And then when you book calls, send the VSL over. Like if you can make like kind of a couple different versions, one that's like 10 minutes and then maybe a bit of a longer one too. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then, yeah, we talked about content. And then finally in the bottom of the funnel to actually book sales calls, there's a couple things here. Now, this is like, you can kind of book like appointment setting. You can like kind of put that in like middle of funnel or bottom of funnel. I think at the end of the day, it's like SDRs or setters, or like sales development reps. So I would even put that in the sales. So to keep it simple, you need a setter and then a closer. If you're below like 70K a month, you should be the closer. You have to master sales if you want to actually get good. But a setter. Now a setter is basically, it's not like a VA that you pay $3 an hour overseas. Somebody like, you got to have somebody that actually has English as like their first language, who has really good conversational skills and can actually like have empathy and build relationships and nurture and warm up leads. So that's why you can kind of fit in here, because a lot of what setters do is nurture the relationships until the person's ready to actually get onto a call. So if you have a setter, that means we get you out of the DMs. And if you notice a pattern too, when you hire a setter and when you start running ads, we're making the transition, and this is so, so important, from one to one to one to many. And at the end of the day, if we add these together, what this means is we add leverage to your business. The way to scale is through leverage. If you're just selling one-to-one, which is sending DMs, making content, I mean, maybe not content, but if you're selling one-to-one and you're trying to get people to know about you, like one message to one person, you're never going to scale. You have to do one to many. You have to make that shift from one to many. Now, what's really cool is that's with the ads, you go one to many, and then boom, you absolutely blow up your traffic and then get a ton of good people. And I'll make another video talking about how to get really qualified leads here. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed. But you need to add leverage, because this saves you so much time. You make one ad one time, and then it brings you leads. I've been running one ad for like a year and a half. It's made me like a couple $1 million. It's crazy. And recorded it, took me like an hour between like coming up with the script, actually recording it, editing it, and launching it. Like, it's crazy. And then when it comes to sales, a setter is also leverage. The reason for that is because you're out of the DMs, right? Setter equals leverage. So if you get somebody else who's in your DMs for 8 to 10 hours a day, talking to every single person that comes into contact with you, pitching them calls and building relationships and sending them content built like to warm them up, you're gonna book a hell of a lot of calls. And for example, one of my clients, Jared, he's a fitness coach. There's a YouTube interview just posted on my channel like probably last week, where he went from, I think he was doing like 12 to 15K a month, and he shot up to 50K a month. It was like 40 to 50K a month in like the first month and a half. Because what we did, the three things that we did when he joined the program was 1, dial in his ads, 2, build a VSL. Actually, I don't even think he has a VSL yet when I was talking to him last week. So there you go. Ads plus setter. That was it. And then all of a sudden you started absolutely blowing up. So we placed a fully trained setter that came batteries included into his DMs, and just absolutely crushed. And so that's a huge, huge leverage play. And then, like I said, if you're like below 70, 80K a month, you don't need a closer. You need to get good at sales, and no good closer is going to want to work for any business that's doing less than like 70K a month, because usually you get like 10% commission. And if you're doing like 70K a month, it's only 7K a month. And like closers want like 10 to 20 to 30K a month, and they need that opportunity to have that. So make sure you dial in everything else first and then do that. But in the meantime, you need to study sales, because the better you get at sales, the better you get at marketing, because marketing is just selling one to many, whereas sales is selling one to one. And if you understand that and like the link between the two, you're gonna make a hell of a lot of money. And so basically, if you have shitty middle of funnel and bottom of funnel, you can still easily get to 20, 30, 50K a month just yourself with just like running ads and then like talking to people, making like, yeah, kind of shitty content and being like okay at sales. To get to that next level, it requires you to build really good content that adds a lot of value. I talked about B2B offers earlier. B2C is kind of the same, because a lot of B2C people, usually it's like a less sophisticated audience, so you have to do a lot of educating, right? And so making education content helps with that, because you have to shift their beliefs, and that's a huge component. Like when I say content, I don't mean like the difference between like good content and shitty content is like good content means you're shifting limiting beliefs that your audience has in order to get them primed in the right mental state to actually pull the trigger and buy your thing and to work with you. That's why making content that's very intentional is so important. But you can scale pretty hard with just super basic ads. And then like most of my clients, we just have like one ad going, super simple. And then build a video sales letter. Again, like you can do like 10 to 30 minutes. That's like the money side. If you have like a B2C offer, I would err on the shorter side. If you have a B2B offer, I would do it a little bit longer to just go into more detail. And then kind of add a lot of the belief shifting components into your content as well. And then plug in a setter. Once you get to like 80K a month, give or take, hire a closer. Or usually I say like when you're kind of booking like 4 to 6 calls a day consistently, plug in a closer, get yourself out of there. And then again, the reason we want to do that, leverage. So now by this time, if you do that, you run ads, you get traffic, you get new eyeballs that are qualified, people that have pain and money, knowing about you and coming to you every single day inbound. You have really good content that positions you differently from everybody else and educates them and adds a lot of value. You're building a lot of reciprocity. And again, positioned extremely well. Your messaging and your positioning is critical. How you package up what you do is like everything. And then they'll know you, like you, trust you. And then once you plug in a setter and a closer, then literally all you should be doing is just like, we'll go over here. All you should be doing at like 100K a month is, I hope you can see this, but anyways, is making more and better content, testing new ads, and then delivery. And with that, the better results you get, like we said before, you plug that back into your marketing, you have bigger and better case studies that happen in a shorter amount of time. That makes your ads more attractive, that makes your content more attractive, that makes your sales process more attractive, makes your whole business more attractive, because people want to work with somebody who's helped somebody like me get results that I want to get, right? And so if you really nail that, then you're good to go. And then you plug in a CSM, get yourself out of delivery for the most part. Then all you're doing is content and ads. And like I said, you find like a winning ad, you can scale that sucker like crazy. And like I've helped clients, like my client Tom, I've got a bunch of interviews on my channel. You can go scroll through the client success stories playlist. I'll have this tagged at the end of the video. And I've got a few interviews with Tom, but he scaled from 0 to 100K a month with one ad. Literally one ad. He's an executive coach, like a leadership coach, career coach kind of thing. And all it took was one ad. We scripted it out, it hit, and then scaled that sucker to the moon. So this is all you need to hit 100K a month. So many people overcomplicate it. You don't need a website. You don't even need a landing page. If you can sprinkle in some retargeting ads, that helps, but it's not necessary. I hit 200K a month before I even launched retargeting ads, which is nuts. And so I think a lot of people in the space overcomplicate it. They tell you to build like crazy funnels, test like 40 different ads, spend 10K a month in ads. Like you can get started. Like I tell most of my clients, like just start with like 30 to 50 bucks a day, launch like 1 to 3 ads, run it for a week, see what happens, cut the losers, keep doing the winner, and then keep testing against the winner, just another like 1 or 2. Find that true winner, and then from there, scale the piss out of it, right? Maybe hang tight, wait till you actually start booking calls, because usually what it takes to get somebody from the top of your funnel to the middle of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel and then into the program, usually this is like, I mean, we've had clients where it's like, like one of my clients, Chase, he's in my mastermind. He launched new ads 2 days ago, and then yesterday he said he's already booking calls because he's got this process just absolutely nailed down. And so sometimes it can take like literally a few days. I would expect, like, have the expectation for longer. So there's the principle called the 30-day rule. This was in a book, Fanatical Prospecting, I read like 5 years ago, where it said on average, it takes about 30 to 90 days to see the true effect of a new marketing initiative. So if you start running ads, build a VSL, and like when I'm talking VSL, I don't mean like on a landing page. I mean like post it to like your YouTube channel so it's public, so you can get as many eyeballs as possible. That's what I did. Mine's just pinned to my YouTube channel, like the homepage. Go check it out. It's a banger. But be careful, because you might want to, your wallet and your credit card might start coming out of your pocket and wanting to get on a call with us so you can actually build this out. So be careful if you go watch my VSL. And yeah, but it'll also help you make, well, our intention is to help you make a shit ton of money. So it should be good. But give yourself 30 to 90 days, just kind of buffer room. And then usually once we make our first sale and we start to be ROI positive, then we start increasing the ad spend slowly. So you go from like 30 bucks a day to 50, make another sale, 50 to 100 or 50 to 80, and then slowly start scaling. So that way we don't have to sell the farm and like kind of risk a lot. We can just kind of like take it easy, be safe. Well, maybe not safe, but like calculated, right? Because obviously there's a lot of risk when it comes to ads. You're spending money without getting anything in return today. You have to wait a little bit of time. But in the grand scheme of things, like 10 years from now, when you're running probably a different company, or you're building the current company that you're running right now into this massive thing, it's like, if you just understand how to get eyeballs, how to nurture them, and how to convert them, like these are universal business principles you can have for the rest of your life and the rest of your business career. So if you learn and master these today with what you're doing right now, no matter what industry you end up in later down the road, this is it. This is all you need. And so with that, the process is pretty simple. If you want our help to do it, we've helped tons of people do this, scale their businesses. Book a call down below. Love to chat. Bring your credit card, because we're serious. We don't like wasting our time, and I don't think you want to waste your time anymore either. You have the opportunity right now to make this the best year of your life if you're willing to do what's required of you. And we would love to help you and facilitate that transformation. You can check out all of our client case studies, or a handful of them. But I got a YouTube playlist here, client success stories, where I interview a lot of my successful clients. And then you can check out my Instagram, Jeremy_Pogue. I have my daily, I have my wins posted on my story from my Slack channel for my clients literally every single day. I don't recycle them. They're new from the last 24 hours every single day. I never post one that's like more than a day or two old. And so hopefully that should tell you that we know what we're doing to some degree. And if you just build out this funnel the right way, you can change your life, your family's life, your clients' lives, and everybody else around you, and become a beacon of light and make a dent in this world. And we'd love to help you do that. So if that's you, book a call down below. Hopefully we'll talk soon, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks. Bye.